Hey, it's Cobra here at MaddenGuides.com. For this Madden Plays video breakdown, I want to take a look at a play that's called Weak Z Close Play Action Counter Shot Post. And what this particular play features is a two-route combo that we want to talk about in the breakdown. So let's get into it and take a look at the two-route combo, which happens to be the post deep cross. And what this particular route combo is very effective against is cover three coverage, and that's what we're going to focus in on this breakdown, is talking about how the post deep cross can attack cover three coverage. So let's go ahead and take a look at the play art, and you can see what playbook that we're going to run this from as far as in this breakdown. So we're going to run this from the Bills playbook. The name of the formation that we're going to use is called Weak Z Close. And of course, as I've already mentioned, the name of the play is called Play Action Counter Shot Post. On the defensive side of the ball, we're going to go ahead and use the Patriots playbook. The formation is called 3-4 odd, and the name of the play is called Cover 3 Sky. So if you're following along and you want to get into the practice field as we'll go through this video, those are what we're going to use as far as the setup goes, as far as the plays go. All right, let's go ahead and actually get on the field and take a look at this play and show you why it's effective against cover three coverage. All right, as you can see on your screen there, you can see over towards the left side. So let's go ahead and just kind of give you a little breakdown of it as far as the routes, and then we'll actually get into it more once we get into the instant replay, and we'll show you why it works. So here's the route that we're going to start off with on the left-hand side. It is the split in, and what he runs is the deep post route. So he's going to go up in this area here, and he's going to break towards the post. And then as we work our way across towards the right, we're going to have the tight end. He's lined up right there. And what he runs is a drag route. So he's going to go across the field as you look at it. So he's going to go into this area here and break across from right to left. And then the outside of him is going to be the flanker. And what he runs is the deep crossing route. So he's going to go up into this area here, and then he's going to come across into that area there as you look at your screen there. And in the backfield, neither one of these two backs actually go out. But as I mentioned, this does have play action. So what the quarterback's going to do is he's going to come into this area here. And then the running back is going to act like he's going to get a handoff here. And then he's going to actually end up blocking. And then the fullback, which is right here, he's just going to go towards this direction and block over towards the right as you look at your screen there. So that's the play as far as the pass routes are concerned for the play action counter shot post. Again, you can find this out of the Weak Z Close. As far as the defensive side of the ball, let's just take a look at it. You can see it's cover three coverage. All right, so what we want to do to attack cover three is I'm going to go ahead and run the play, and then I'm going to go ahead and show you what this route combination and why it's effective and what goes on, and give you some, give you kind of the details of how this play works, or at least the route combination. Let's go ahead and run it. And as you watch, we'll just go ahead and look to throw to the B receiver there, or the flanker, and you can see that we make the catch. Let's go in instant replay and break this play down and break the route combination down. So we're going to go in instant replay right here, and we'll talk about how this play and why it's effective. All right, so as you look at it, let's go back over towards the left here. The play's primary receiver, which again is the split in. Now what he runs is that post route. Now his route is designed as he goes up the field here, and he goes up into this area here, and he breaks towards the post. What his route does is it forces this defender here, this free safety, to drop over the deep middle. So that's part of one of the routes. Now, if he's open, you would take that shot. A lot of times if the middle of the field is open, say against cover two, you might find him open as he breaks towards the post. But in this case, since we have a one high looking safety, in most cases, as you come to the line of scrimmage and you see that type of look, then you ought to pretty much know it's cover three coverage for the most part. It could be cover one, but for the most part, it's one high, one deep safety. All right, let's go over here towards the right side of the field as we look at it. And let's look at this receiver right here. This receiver's the flanker, and as I mentioned earlier, he runs the crossing route. Now, what his route's going to do is, let's go back over here and actually illustrate this a little bit more as I was showing earlier with this receiver running that post. Let's actually clear the telestrator there just for a second. Let's run this guy and get him running that post route again. I probably shouldn't have cleared that. But at any rate, that guy's running the post. Let's go back over here with this receiver right here, and he's running that crosser, right? And so as I mentioned, the post route's going to take that safety out. So let's go ahead and look back with that, kind of going back over what I just showed you, but that's all right. I just want to kind of really want to show you how this is going to work. So here's the safety dropping back. Now, as I mentioned, this receiver who's coming across in this area here is going to get open over the deep middle of the field on that crossing route. Now, with his route, for him to get open, we have to have something else that's going to allow us. We already got the over the top. We've got the safety out of the way, but we also got to get rid of the two linebackers. As you look at your screen here, which are these two linebackers, they're both dropping back in hook zones. So they're supposed to be dropping back in hook zones. Well, with the play action that's going on with the quarterback, so as the quarterback's doing his play action here, then they're going to hold. The idea of the play action is to try to hold those two linebackers. Now, that doesn't always happen, but they're trying to hold these guys in this area here. They're trying to keep them from dropping back. So that's one of the elements that helps with this particular route combination is the play action, trying to hold those two linebackers. Then you also got another route, and we've mentioned this already. We talked about the tight end who runs this drag route. So his route is also designed to hold those linebackers. Also, with that said, this particular linebacker, as you look at it, it's going to be the right inside linebacker. As we run to play, you'll see that he ends up going in this direction. He widens towards the left. He starts going towards the left to go, as you look at your screen, to cover that tight end. And what that does, as the quarterback is going through his animation right here, and then it's going to widen the window of opportunity where we have a better window where we can find the crossing route as he comes across, where he'll be open, where we can make that throw, such as what you saw earlier as we did this. So it's going to get that a lot more open where we can make this throw with our quarterback, because that linebacker is going to widen towards the left to cover that drag route that's ran by the tight end after the play action animation. So he may stand there for just a second, and then once he sees that tight end coming across, then he's going to widen towards the left. So because of the play action and the tight end, and then you throw in the fact that you have the post route that's being ran over here, that's what allows, as I mentioned earlier, for this receiver to get open as he comes across. And that's the key to that. So that's how this play works. That's how the route combination works as far as the deep cross and the post route work in conjunction along with the tight end drag and the play action, at least with this particular play out of the weak Z close. So let's go ahead and run it through an instant replay so you can see it again. And right there, you can see right there as you look at it, it's how open we got there. Let's rewind this a little bit and take a look at this. And then you can kind of tell everything I just shown you on the screen as I basically was doing the drawing up and showing the telestrator there. You can see there's the play action. Now let's look back here and see what's going on with those linebackers. So what you're hoping for is those linebackers are going to get held. In this case, they don't get held here at all. You don't see them getting held. But you do see this right here. You do see this defender right here widen out to cover that drag route that's ran by the tight end. And that's one of the things that I did talk about. And then as you go deeper down the field, let's go ahead and look down here. Let's go ahead and zoom in up here. Let's go ahead and get on the, you can see that the post route, this is going to impact this defender right here, which is that safety, and keep him back. And then as you look at it, it allows us to make that throw. And that's what's going on right here as you watch this. And then we're going to be able to make that catch as he comes over the deep middle right there and catches it on that deep crossing route. So that's really the way this play works in design. So hopefully this will give you some insight of how this particular play works as far as attacking cover 3. And that's the reason behind the way it works is what I just showed there. Now, I do want to show one more thing. I'm not going to get too much into this particular play, but the other thing I forgot to mention one other thing. Let's go back in here real quick, back into instant replay, just because I forgot to mention one other thing as I was breaking this down that I was just thinking about. And then we'll go back and I'll show you the other thing I wanted to show. If you look at it here, we also have, because of the fullback and the running back staying in the pass block, and then we have a 7-man pass protection scheme as well, which is nice. So that allows you plenty of time to make that throw because you got 7 players, 5 offensive linemen, 2 running backs, fullback, halfback blocking. So it should give us plenty of time to take that deep shot down the field. As I mentioned earlier, the receiver running that, the split end running that post route, if there is no safety over the deep middle, then you might want to take a shot deep down the field. If not, definitely look for the crossing route, because you should have enough time to make that throw because of the 7-man pass protection scheme that you have with this play. Let's go in here and kind of finish this up and wrap this up a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to go into the weak formation again, the weak Z close, and I also want to talk about this play here, which is the counter F. This is the run play that, in conjunction with the play action counter shot post play, are the two. They work off together. They're basically linked together, and these are the two plays that go together. So just keep that in mind. I'm not going to get too much into this play as far as the counter F. I will show it just briefly. One of the things I don't like about it is the blocking doesn't always work out very well. Matter of fact, as I'm going to run this left guard, he's supposed to pull and block. And a lot of times he gets stuck or held up, and it doesn't work the way that I want it to work. But let's just go ahead and run it. I'm not going to do anything as far as controlling. And you can see right there, it just totally got blown up. And that's one of the reasons I didn't want to talk about it too much, because the blocking is not quite there all the time. And right there, you can see right there, but we're just not getting any kind of blocking or anything like that. So just keep that in mind as you watch this. The blocking just isn't where I would like to see it at least against this particular defense and what I'm showing. So at any rate, that's it on the breakdown as far as with this. So hopefully this will get you guys some insight to the deep crossing route along with the post route, the post deep crossing combination that I just showed. This is how it works, and it's a play that a lot of, or at least a route combination that a lot of teams run in regular football, whether it be high school, college, or even, of course, in the NFL. This is a route combination that's pretty popular, and I just wanted to break this down to you guys so you guys can see the X's and O's behind it and why it is a successful play or passing a play as far as attacking cover 3 coverage. Hey Madden gamers, if you enjoy this Madden video or any other video, please subscribe to the Madden Guides YouTube channel. And as always, thanks for watching and for your support.